Hello, this is Professor White, and we are going to look at graph of cosine today. So let's get started. We are going to start the way that we did for sine, just kind of remembering the values and what cosine was like. Cosine was positive here and negative here. And if you look at the values of cosine, it was at 0, it was at 1, and it has a period of 2 pi. Here's my pi, here's my 2 pi. Okay, and then at 2 pi it's also 1. At pi it is negative 1. So it has to go through here, and this is at pi over 2. And this is 3 pi over 2. So it's going to come down all the way, and then it's going to go up, and it's going to look like a u. It is actually an even function, so remember f of negative x is f of x. What it's going to do is it's going to continue doing this on the left side of your thing. It's going to go, it's kind of like a sine, kind of shifted by pi over 2. All right, so this is my basic cosine. So let's look at the graph of a cosine that is going to be like this. Negative 3 cosine 2 x minus pi minus 1. And let's look at those numbers, what they do. So first I'm going to look at this number, the number in front of the parentheses. That is the number that modifies the period. So my period for regular cosine has to be 2 pi, and you just simply divide by that number. So your new period is pi. So let's go and let's draw the cosine one more time. Here's my u. I'm going to kind of make it big and fat. This is my cosine, 2 pi. And this is at 1. So what we're going to do, we are going to draw cosine 2x, because there is this 2 in front of the parentheses. So my new period is pi. So what it's going to do is, where is my pi? It is here. And this is my pi over 2. So it's going to take this thing and squish it. So it will start at 0. Let's say this is 1, and this is 1. And it's going to do my wiggling, and the middle will be at pi over 2. So, and this is going to be pi over 4. So it's going to start here. It's going to go down here, go up here. This is the picture of cosine 2x. All right, now let's do the phase shift. What will happen to cosine 2x minus pi? Let's think about that. This is actually not too hard, because what it's going to do is it's going to move this thing to the right, and it's going to wiggle again. It's going to start at pi, and the period of pi, so it's going to end at 2 pi. You can draw, I'm just drawing that one period of it. And what is this middle point? So it used to be pi over 2. For this, to find that middle point, you need to go pi over 2 plus pi, which is pi over 2 plus 2 pi over 2, which is 3 pi over 2. So the middle point is going to be at 3 pi over 2. And what will be the middle point of that? You can actually do this exercise. I know that this is pi over 4, remember? And it moved to the right by pi. So to get this point, you need to take your pi over 4 and add pi to it. And that's going to give you 5 pi over 4. Does that make sense? And you can go and kind of play with that. So you're going to start with this. Here's the middle. And you go up and then end. To find this point, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to add pi to that point. So this is the picture of cosine 2, parentheses, x minus pi. What else did I do? You have a 3 in there with a negative and then negative 1. You can actually do a couple of things. Let's do the 3 first. So what I'm going to do, I'm doing it a little bit faster. It starts with pi. The middle is 3 pi over 2. And the end point is 2 pi. Okay? And this one is 5 pi over 4. Okay? And it made it, well, how many times bigger? This is going to change. So this one was phase shift. So it just moved right by pi. And then this one is going to change the amplitude. That's the height. And this is going to reverse it along the x-axis. So I need to take my cosine, make it 3 times bigger that way, and then reverse it. Okay? So it used to look like that. So this is going to go down 3, negative 1, 2, negative 2, negative 3. So it's going to start here. It's going to go through here. And then it used to be at 1, so it's going to be at 3 now. It's going to go up all the way there. And it's going to go down and end up at negative 3. Very good. So that is the picture of negative 3 cosine 2 x minus pi. So I changed the period. I moved it to the right. I made it 3 times, bigger that way. And I reversed it. So the last thing we're going to do is that negative 1 move. Okay? Let's go and do that negative 1 move. So it's going to keep the shape, but it's going to move the whole thing 1 step. So this is what I do. Kind of think about it. This is my negative 1. Okay? So in other words, it's going to be here. And this used to be negative 3, so it's going to be at negative 4. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. So it is going to move down to negative 4. And this is going to move down 1 step. It used to be here. It's going to move here. And this used to be at 3. So it's going to move down to 2. So this is going to move down to negative 1. And this is going to move down to negative 4. It used to be negative 3. Move down one step. So it's going to keep its shape. And you can actually label all these coordinates. But what's important is this point, it used to be up here, and now it is down here. And this point move down, and make sure that you kind of level these up vertically. So this is the picture of y, negative 3 cosine 2 x minus pi minus 1. And that concludes how to draw the cosine function when you move it right, left, up, and down, and squish it, and reverse it, and reflect it.